The cafe is rarely considered a Jewish space, such as the synagogue, the house of study, the Jewish community, or even the American Jewish deli. And yet coffee houses profoundly impacted the creation of modern Jewish culture in the 19th and 20th centuries. With roots stemming from the Ottoman Empire and the Islamic Middle East, the new social drink of coffee and the institution of coffee house spread very quickly, became very popular in European and in American cities. The otherness and the mix of national and transnational characteristics of the coffee house helped to explain why so many cafes were owned by Jews, why so many of the habitués, the regulars, were Jewish, and how coffee houses became associated with Jewishness. Whether called cafe, cafe house, kaviarnia, cafe hoys, or bet cafe, the institution was very prominent in literary and artistic urban life, as people gathered, wrote, discussed and debated issues within the cafe walls. Since taverns and clubs were often off limits to Jews in Europe and in America, coffee houses became these rare spaces where Jewish literati could feel at home. They would post themselves in the cafe every day, sometimes for hours, and they would write, argue, and discuss many things. When they entered a new city, Jewish immigrant intellectuals knew exactly where they would find like-minded souls. Isaac Bashevis Singer referred to Tlomatska 13 cafe in Warsaw, where he started to write in Yiddish as Der Schreiber Klub, the Writers' Club. Everybody who is anybody in the Jewish creative world must turn up at Café Royal on 2nd Avenue and 12th Street at least one night a week, wrote Leo Rosten in The New Yorker. The importance of these places even led to a neologism in early 20th century Yiddish in New York, kibitzarnia, a place where someone kibitzes and socializes. Although writers and journalists mostly did not write about what they ate or drank, food and drink always fueled the conversation, the writing, and other social and intellectual activities. In 18th century Berlin, Moses Mendelssohn, the father of the Haskalah, joined Gelehrte's cafe house in Berlin precisely because the place only served coffee and he didn't have to worry about the laws of kashrus. Vladimir Jabotinsky, the Russian Jewish writer and leader, loved sitting in the coffee houses, the Greek coffee houses of Odessa. He wrote, "God's nectar really is a fragrant Turkish-style coffee, and ambrosia is halva and Turkish delight." Sholem Aleichem enjoyed the ice cream of Café Fanconi in Odessa, and Melech Ravitch said that he liked nothing better than to sip warm coffee and to snack on a Viennese-style pastry called Kipferl in Café Abbazia in Lemberg. At Lower East Side coffee houses, East European Jews often enjoyed the food from the country where they came from, and they drank a glazel tea, a glass of tea. In Tel Aviv, in Café Kassit, which was owned by Chatzkel Weinstein, the drink of choice, especially after sunset, were vodka and brandy. Whatever people consumed there, one thing is clear. Jewish modernity was born in the cafe, nourished and sent into the world by way of journalism, literature, theater, and art. What was experienced and created in the cafe reached thousands who read, saw, and imbibed a modern culture that redefined what it meant to be a Jew in the world.